Wracamy po paru dniach przerwy. A jakoś się nie chciało grać. W ogóle w nic. Dalej fabułkę pociśniemy chyba, czy tu poboczną. No zobaczymy, co będzie dalej. Nie wiem, ile pogramy, bo aż mnie brzuch boli. Już tylko sobie tu zedytuję. Dobra. Mapka. Co mamy zrobić? Tu mieliśmy się udać. No dobra. No, widziałem, grają na tych 300 FPS-ach, ale nie dałbym rady. Tutaj mamy się udać. Na razie chyba tam nie było żadnych pobocznych. Coś leży. Ale i tak nas. Jaki nóż ma do krojenia pomidora.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
Już?
The ringleaders, but at least we know we're on the right track.
Patrz, dzisiaj w ogóle skoczył. Nie wiem, co on poprawia. Może płynność. Co ci bandyci mogą mi zrobić? Nagonka. Dzieci do nagonki z czworaków.
We got company. That's the lot.
Foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
No mi się wydaje, no bo rzeczywiście chodzi lepiej. Za co to za pies szczeka? A, miałem sprawdzić, jaki ja mam miecz. Excalibur. To chyba jeszcze nie jest ten najlepszy. Co ja chciałem sprawdzić? A, tutaj. I tutaj niedostępne. I tu chyba gdzieś jest ukryty najlepszy miecz. Tutaj jeszcze nie możemy tam iść. Ale wychodzi z tego, że najlepsze to się dostaje z zadań. Ekwipunek, więc te kupowanie chyba nie ma sensu w tym sklepie.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Fuck! It's that guard from Falkland! Kill him! Kill them all!
Oj! What? Wykokszany jestem. Ma się podobno trudniej zrobić, więc warto trochę mieć tego nabitych, trochę tych leveli więcej, z 2 chociaż. Ale to jest fajne, że się nie skalują te przeciwnicy. Strasznie mi się dzisiaj odbija.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Pierdoły wysyłają na tych Discordach, na tych Whatsappach, to jak zawalone, a potem tylko ten... Gdzie mamy wrócić? A tu, to teleport. Chyba lepiej chodzi.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me.
O, kamienne bloki to nowe tam. Nie wiem, czy to trzeba czytać, czy to się zalicza samo.
And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goots's pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots's pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
O. Przepustka to co? Nie.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Nie, bo są w pobliżu nowe zadania i to 3 aż.
Let me carry your goods. Pardon me, but would you happen to be... That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city.
No, nowe rzeczy. Tu. A nie będę tego czytał.
And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
My arms are yours.
Wonderful! Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells. I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with
Now
them.
I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All 3 of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. 3 of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Dobra.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sanbrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route to the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
Jak ten, z Death Stranding.
Most men would keep a fine vintage like a Gotan 66 to themselves. Not our innkeeper.
And how might the Crimson Caravan serve you today? And I wouldn't have it in. All the better. Fools, the lot of them. Criminals and... So thank you. May luck go with you.
Something I can help you with? Why, I am what you see. It can be a risky business. This being a border town.
Chmurek tekstu naprawdę nie mogli dograć.
It did.
Ale dobra.
Don't worry about Hansa and the others. Best of luck, Sid.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Tight-fisted. Let us through!
Strażnik Bolek.
Looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Remember when half the people coming through here?
You should come with me to the Dominion.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Come on, come on!
Nie ma w ogóle w co grać. Może ten we wrześniu. Starfield się zobaczy, ale tak to Nic tam się nie zapowiada ciekawego.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 66. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen.
One zadanie.
The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Gdzie butelki, to ja sam bym wypił.
For hire. Best service.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
A. Nic po nim. $104 bajońska suma.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen?
Yeah.
Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
Sami asasyni.
Any trouble?
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Gobliny. Co to za przeciwnik górniny?
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
A, to chyba... Gorszy. Ale może do ulepszenia jest. Nie, to jednak dobrze tam mówiłem.
I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me.
Stay down!
A czemu tam ci nie walczą? Cztery many, boż.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it.
Ten goblin ma wąsy. Dobra. Tu i tu.
All right then. Who's first? You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin.
No widziałem to już, no.
As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward, history awaits.
Gdzie teraz? I... No, protosy.
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble this time. I needed that. Nice try. Still in one piece.
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt. And once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
pół sekundy do piardu. Nagrody. O, wróciliśmy.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Te zielone punkty to najbardziej tam jest potrzebne. Z tego co patrzyłem, reszta jest nieistotne. Wszystko? Wszystko. A tu co jest? Dobra.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears.
Come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
The caravan stops next.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst.
What I really want to be is a...
Here you are, Good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss L's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it, then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
No ci se gadają.
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbrek. But be that as it may.
O, czy jakieś nowe okoliczności? Tu.
It is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind. Then the fiend works from the shadows. A I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
Co to jest ten ogon wielce? Z tym kwiatkiem, Aha.
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gill.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear.
A może to ją ta
That his
ultima?
mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash. Till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
Knuje i knuje. Ale czy to jest gra roku? Nawet temu gadoworowi bym nie dał gry roku. Nikomu bym nie dał gry roku. Ten rok, to co miało być super, to było takie...
Just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a
A
matter for
Diablo
the
to już w
Imperial
ogóle
household
nie
now,
wspomnę.
and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have...
No, jeszcze pół roku jest, zobaczymy. Ale... Nie można dać tytuł gry roku w grze, która ma momenty tam 5-minutowe czy 10-minutowe max. Super, a potem dziesiątki godzin. To jest tak,
I should like nothing more.
takie se. Ja ten kto to?
Terence.
Terence. Kto to jest Terence?
My prince.
A, ten jego
Tell me
chłopak.
true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. And this is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the empire restored.
O, się może źle skończyć. Jaki bunt. Do bazy mogę wrócić? Guzik. No to ataken. The Crystal Dominion.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge.
Kryształowy impas.
Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
Ale Lewiatana nie będzie w tej części?
What is it, boy?
What's happening?
I don't know.
Torgal!
This way.
Teraz Meksykano po dachach będziemy tam? Ogień na niebie, niebo w ziemi.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
Co?
Watchman or sentry is to be slain on sight, but spare the citizen.
Those were Imperial Dragoons.
Dywersję robią. No i taka skrzynia, po co? Kto tu postawili taką skrzynię, której i tak nie można otworzyć? Że ma co robić za environment? To...
What in the hell is going on?
Let's go and see.
Right. But first we find Goots.
I just hope he's all right.
You there! Identify yourself!
Do we have to?
Stay down!
Around! Quickly! Cut them down!
It's over. Stay down.
O kurde.
Garuda!
Strzelmy do ludzi.
There's no doubt about it. They're dragoons.
Dragoon?
What is this then? A civil war?
Nic nie ma.
Never thought I'd be glad to fall into a sewer.
To kanały.
Enough.
Ward secured, Captain. None of the Emperor's forces remain. Hey, gather them then. We press on to the council chambers. Yes, Captain. What of the men and women in the market district? The evacuation is complete, Captain. Good. Then all that remains is throne the pretender.
Też mi się wydaje, że młody się pokaże rogi teraz dopiero.
There it is.
Joffrey.
Right. Let's go.
No.
Ah, a goods lift.
Ukradł, z asasyna ukradł ściągarkę.
Where in Gringo's name did you come from?
Ja wyście 80 tylko. Naprawdę mikstury to jakie tu... Intruder!
Nice try.
Oh!
This one. Farewell. Damn it. We'll have to find a way around.
Dobra.
Highness.
No. Bardzo ładnie.
Hold on, kids. We're coming.
Kloc.
Who goes there?
In the prince's name, none shall pass.
Się zawsze boję, że gdzieś w rogu zostawię jakieś skrzynie albo coś.
Enemies on the ramparts! Kill them!
Stay down.
No.
Can you see him anywhere?
Oho. No ale to wtedy nasz sojusznik jest. Czy przecież. No dlaczego mamy z nim walczyć?
It must be one of the Dragoon's pets.
No to nie jest Bahamut, tak? Tylko jakiś tam... O ty! Nie. Dawaj go.
I think it has something in store for us.
Get ready to move.
O ty! Whoa!
Too slow.
jakoś to mega trudno nie było.
Over here, Clive! Are you alright?
Goods, there you are.
I didn't know there'd be a dragon.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh!
What now?
Is that Mother Crystal's heart?
What the hell is it doing up there? Bahamut.
Jakiś dziwny. O. Co teraz? A dlaczego on zaatakował? A może to ten synalek drugim Bahamutem? A nie wiem.
Your Highness, don't do this.
Najpierw kazał ich chronić, a
You
teraz...
must leave. Now, Your Grace, I beg of you. This is not what he wanted. Something's happened. Forgive me, Yod, but I must put a stop to this.
Your Grace!
No! Tym razem to nie my. No co tu chodzi?
So, what do we do now then?
We destroy the heart.
We might come back!
As soon as the flames die down, the Imperials and the Dalmex will move in. This may be our only chance.
And Bahamut has gone for now. You should get as far away as you can, Goots.
What? And leave you lot in the lurch? I can't do that. If you're staying, then so am I. I packed everything up before I made a run for it, so if there's out you need, just ask. But I won't be giving it away for free.
Niczego nie oddaję, bo co ty możesz kompota jednego sprzedać? To ty możesz mieć na sprzedaż. A
Please
może.
lead out.
No,
I've
no,
got
no.
some good stuff for you.
Diamentowy. Syf. Syf. Czy nic. Mogę sprzedać ewentualnie. Tylko nie wiadomo po co.
You've got
Dobra,
everything you need then.
Mhm. Czyli tamtego też nie mogę ulepszyć, tak? To... A nie mam tu. Tego. To i tak będzie gorsze.
You
No
don't
wy
want me
nic
to
nie
make
macie.
you out else.
You be brave now, boy.
Drake's tail is right there, Clive. It's time to free Storm from the Crystal's curse.
Dobra, dawaj.
Oh, it's past time. But remember, Bahamut is still out there.
And I dare say we'll be seeing him again before the night is done. No more roads.
We'll have to find our own path.
Do you feel that, Clive?
Ether. Just what we need. Another flood.
It's already turned them.
Then there's no reason to hold back.
Dobra. Nic nie będzie, nie chyba. O ty! twardzi są. Ale i expa więcej. A czemu ja se nie ten... Wyposażenie. Chciałem 10%. Dziewięć sekund to dużo chyba, co? To już jest... Brak? A, to brak. To mamy max. Mamy max. O, ale to co możemy przykoksić. O, i jeszcze można przykoksić. A czemu tego... A, bo ja tego nie używam.
Is that the Phoenix?
Joshua! What is he doing?
Keeping the Harmon occupied.
Joshua! Joshua!
Don't, Clive. It's too dangerous.
Fuck! Hold on, Joshua! I'm coming! We have to save him.
And we will. We just need to keep moving.
Never again! Not now!
What was that?
Bahamut. He'll kill us all.
There he is. Joshua! I'm here, brother!
Clive. He can't hear you.
Joshua!
They're heading for the heart.
And so should we.
Too slow.
Ginąć, parky. Gdzie teraz? Tu. Grabarz. Kurde.
Are those the council chambers? How are they still standing?
I don't know.
He'll be all right, Clive. He's a survivor.
We're getting close.
No to kto?
It looks like some...
Czy...
But he doesn't want us getting any closer.
I don't care what it wants.
Neither do I.
To jest ten chyba jego przydupas, mi się wydaje. Nekrofil. Jak go klepło? Nekrofil. Nie, to nie był tamten.
These beasts, they're getting stronger.
We can think about them later. Right now, there's only one thing we need to focus on.
The heart.
We might be able to get up through the building.
It's worth a try.
Quiet. There's someone up there.
Is someone there?
O, co teraz za panika?
It's you.
What happened here?
He tried to take him from me. Oh, my boy. My darling boy.
Is this the child you made with the Emperor? Why, Mother? Why did you betray us all?
You have no right.
Answer him.
We took you in, savage. Show some respect for those who raised you.
A łotnij jej łeb.
Honorable Elwyn, always thinking of his precious homeland. But what worth is a homeland in a world beset by the Blight?
Father did not seek to protect his country. He sought to protect his people.
A leader's duty is not to protect his people. It is to protect the source of his sovereignty. The noble blood that runs in his family's veins. So long as this bloodline remains unbroken, what does it matter if a nation falls? One can always found another. Unlike him, I did my duty. I preserved my line. I bore a son of the noblest blood, to whom the whole world might kneel. That is why I gave Rosaria to Sambrek, that I might join my line with the Lesages and birth a savior of this benighted land, blessed by both Bahamut and the Phoenix!
You sold your country for a child.
Why did he need another? You had Joshua.
I had nothing. You were always your father's son, so very strong and bold and daring, and yet you failed to awaken. Would that Joshua had been granted 1/10 of your strength? Oh! How the nobles laughed that Elwyn's firstborn was surely the son of a concubine, and my own, not long for this world. The shame of it! The shame of being slandered by one's inferiors! How could you ever know how that feels? It should have been you! Why didn't the Phoenix choose you?
Joshua's every waking moment was spent trying to shoulder the burden that you and the Phoenix and the Duchy foisted on him. That's why I became his shield. To help bear the weight. But what did you do? You betrayed your own blood and surrendered your son to his fate!
Joshua, my darling boy. I never meant to hurt him. The soldiers' orders were clear. He was to be spared. Why did you survive when the only one I truly cared for died?
What? Have you not looked out of the window? Joshua is here! The Phoenix lives on! He's battling Bahamut as we speak!
A zdychaj.
Joshua! Wake up! I am a shield of Rosaria. And I will do my duty.
What are you...
Skończyło się, babci sranie.
Ifrit? Joshua?
Clive!
Zaczyna się. $418 000. Jezu.
First the helmet, then the heart.
O! Dawaj go. We dwóch.
Or face the consequences.
Okej. No nie mogę do niego doskoczyć. Dobra, dawaj go. Kurde, zmarnowałem. Dobra, jestem.
Shit. Can't reach him. Don't do this!
Gigafler. Co on taki koks, ten Bahamut?
I'll come back for you.
O! Myślałem, że koniec. Jak to było? Celowanie, atak, naładowany atak, unik. Kurde no. Kurde. Musiałem się raz uleczyć. Ojej. Nie widzę, bo własne trupło mi zasłania.
Those things are growing in more ether than I've ever seen. I have to stop them.
Ale dlaczego on atakuje? Przecież był sojusz. Znowu leżysz. Doczuj to.
Clive, thank the Founder.
It's now or never, Joshua.
Sure.
Jezu! Jej!
We're not done yet.
Zobacz go! Co tu się dzieje? No nie wiadomo co tu się dzieje. No to już chyba koniec, no. A nie, jeszcze żyje, jeszcze żyje. Matko bosko. 2000 expa. Mało. Oho.
What now?
This is drinking the ether.
We have to stop him.
To głupiał?
Stronger than this. Come on, Ifrit. Show us your true power.
Jezu. Fuzja? Jeju, to gramy dalej. Mega player znowu.
Are you ready?
Ready!
Co teraz? No.
How can we hope to match such power?
By trusting in our own.
go! Ze mną te brunery numer. Good. Koniec. Robocop. No dlaczego w ogóle? Zetaro Flair.
Come on, Joshua! This ends now!
na jednego to banda łysego. Jo. Dołamek światłości. A teraz idź przynieść 2 skrzynki, 2 butelki wina od wieśniaka.
Dion!
O. Co tu się dzieje?
Joshua!
Clive!
My brother.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're alive. We both are. Nothing else matters. I never dared hope that I would see this day.
We're united at last.
Tylko jeszcze matce głowę czesznąć. Aha, no coś czułem, że ta ultima tam przy tej matce kręci.
This is for my father.
No, coś tak było.
It is done. The demon that would tear our house apart is no more. Father.
The Mother Crystal. It's collapsing.
Right. We need to leave.
No. Wait. I owe him a debt.
Fine.
Co tu się...
Report, Captain.
Can nothing be done to call them off?
I regret not, Your Radiance. The Dragoons answer to none but His Imperial Highness. The Council is powerless to intervene.
We're hearing reports of rebel
Madness is this, Dion.
throughout the neighboring districts.
Focus all efforts on extinguishing the fires around the capital. The city can wait. Don't dally, man. Go!
Your Radiance. And I want you to find out everything about the Dalmek's movements.
By the light! Dion, have you taken leave of your senses? Call off the Dragoons at once!
Fear not. The populace will come to no harm at their hands. I am here to save you, Father.
Save me?
A creeping darkness hides in the heart of Sanbrek. It stems from your wife, the traitorous Annabella.
Not another word, Dion.
Father, though you may not see it, the darkness has taken hold of you. It has made you forget yourself. But I bid you remember, there was a time when you ruled not with cruelty, but with compassion. Why now do you turn your back on your people? Why now do you seek to stoke the fires of war? You too have borne witness to this change, Your Eminences. And you know, as well as I, who is responsible for it. A puppet now sits upon the throne, but cut his strings, and the Master loses her power!
What?
Dion, you bear steel before your Emperor? Guards! Take him!
For every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. Those were your words. But when the last of your citizens has fallen, and all of their homes have been reduced to ash, what will become of your empire, of its rulers, of your god? As the Mother Crystals crumble one by one, and the Blight sweeps in to claim all that we hold dear, our people look to their Emperor for protection. Yet he labors not to secure their futures, but to seize what is left of the twins for himself. Even if it should come at the cost of everything his loyal citizens have labored to build.
Dion, you must understand.
A small price to pay, is it not? You've been blessed with great power, Dion. Enough to win me the world. So go, claim Valisthea for me, brother.
A, tak to było. Czyli my po fakcie jakby żeśmy się...
Dion.
Gods! Gods!
Father.
Poor father. How he doted on his children. That he would die to protect me was plain. It was but a matter of when.
You planned this?
You did well to endure so long. But you broke in the end, as I knew you would. And now Muthos approaches. Put him to the proof. I would see if he breaks. Bahamut.
Dobra, jestem. Na telefon.
Kinslayer.
Jest coś nowego? Nie, było. Oj. Czyli my po fakcie jesteśmy.
Not again.
Brother?
It's a long story.
On żyje, czy już zmarł? Zostaw ją.
You cannot stay here, Mother. Come. Take my hand.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream! You will not take me, Shadow! You will not take me!
A zdychaj, kogo to obchodzi. Tam.
Mother.
Ten mały pewnie nie zginął i tak.
If it is consciousness that weaves your wills together, consciousness that blurs the boundary between your own will and that of others, then we shall set you apart once more. The ties that bind you shall be severed, and humanity return to its proper place. By primogenesis shall a new age of reason begin.
Relax, Your Majesty.
Czy ona żyje?
Don't you want to play? It's been a long time.
If that is your wish.
Men, you are as meek as all the others.
Such feeble creatures.
A, jakaś zjawa.
Gifted the power of icons, yet slaves to fickle emotions which usher you to your doom. And so you bind your fragile wills with strands of consciousness.
The wretched handiwork of a wretched people.
The sons of fire were united at last, and for but a moment their flame burned bright. Soon, Muthos shall become our perfect vessel.
And then shall the world be remade.
Not before the bonds are severed, of trust, of respect, of love. Only when every strand of consciousness is cut away, may Muthos return to our side. By primogenesis shall all be undone. Mankind shall be rid of his wretchedness, and Muthos of his will. But while he yet clings to it, he has the power to forge bonds anew. And so we bid you, find Muthos, and sever every one.
To destroy that which has no physical form. You ask the impossible.
There is nothing your black blade cannot cut, Odin. We shall unite with Muthos, and bring forth a new world. So long as our vessel remains unclaimed by humanity.
It shall be done, Master. My will is yours.
To jest może z tych pradawnych i chce znowu walczyć z bogami może.
How is your brother?
Asleep, since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
Moc światła. A, Bahamuta mamy. Użyję tak tu. Czy ja wiem? O, jak otrzymasz obrażenia, to zostanie przerwane.
Tell you I'll be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
Co ona napisała? Aha. No to zobaczmy. Co ten Bahamut ma za ciosy? Nie, to są słabe ciosy. No to mogłoby być. No ale żeby mieć to... Żeby mieć to, to bym musiał jeszcze wziąć coś z tego. Nie, to ja nic na razie nie zmieniam. Zbieram na ten.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there. I told Nan we flew back.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. The whole realm's in chaos, as the old saying goes. Coin purse weighing you down?
To nie masz nic. To... Dziadostwo. Dziadostwo. To mogę kupić.
It'd better all be here.
Mam coś do sprzedania. To na pewno wam.
I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer.
Nic na sprzedaż nie mam?
I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. Finished, are you?
It seems the hideaway is lost its...
To ile piosenek brakuje? 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11.
Trouble with your gear, or fretting about us guys? Unless that is... What do you want?
O. Czyli... O 2, no.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Zawsze coś. Tak nie mogę tego
Anything
wzmocnić.
else?
To jest słaba piosenka. O.
Sid! Look what the curse breakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said
Były.
they were all the rage in Dalamil. Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What are we having?
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
Eh? A bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang?
Jakieś chyba pochukiwania tam. O.
You look like you could do with a drink.
O, 10 000? A co, nie stać mnie?
That's what we like to hear. Knock 'em back, everyone. Sid's buying. Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Co, nic nie dostałem?
What can I get you, Sid?
How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't
No,
make the
taka,
best stew this side of Stone here. Even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though. Coming right up. Oh, keep your mug handy.
Ivan's newest dish is a masterpiece. Once you get over the urge to gag, that is.
The battle cries of dread won't die.
Is a storm coming soon?
I was wondering when next you'd visit. With the darkening skies, But be that as it may, I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
No.
What subject shall we consider today?
Mogę... A. Aha. A jakieś chore klimaty tutaj się robią. Chyba teraz będzie można iść po ten miecz. Mi się wydaje. Jak zwykle coś ominąłem. Tylko gdzie? No dobra.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Will we ever see the sun again?
There's barely been a shipment in since the sky started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
O, są nowe. 60, 90, 110. Na polach korawy.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. It's not true. We've lost so much. Here's everything we've received and everything promised.
Jeszcze.
Back again? Allow me to educate you. I have the details here. The state of the realm
Dobra.
is ever-changing, Clive.
I teraz tak. A i tak nie mogę nic nigdzie iść.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts. Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmechia fares little better, Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand.
Czyli jeden
To be
kryształ
washed
został,
away
tak?
at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Przecież to można by wszystko w jednym cutscence zamieścić. To...
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cashik out her gates and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of North.
Będzie oczyścić tamte regiony.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Ja, ma zadania. Można to za pomocą tablicy było zrobić też.
Clive! I don't mean to be gloomy, They need all the help they can get. Quick look. Think you can help?
Dobra, jak nie będę chciał.
Clive. And how could it not? But are we any better? I cannot claim. Such are the wages. Ironic, then. Should I learn aught else, you will be the first to know. What will it be today? Here you are. I have the details here. Thus ends today's lesson.
O, teraz mogę. Niedostępne. Coś mi się wydaje, że to by było tutaj. I się tam kopsniemy. Ten potwór w sensie, nie? Co, nie wpuści nas?
You lost, stranger. Wherever you're headed, it's back the way you came.
Let's go.
Faster!
Tylko muzyka. No, jest.
You deserve a rest.
Company.
Not a god's forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. So empty your pockets. Let's have some fun!
No i gdzie tu taki... O! No.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
Cudownie. Dobra, to teraz możemy sobie wrócić tu.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill.
Kto to jest Wiktor? O.
What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. These accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
O matko. Dobra.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, Commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
A shop?
If I had my pickaxe, I would have... I mean, it may still be possible to buy something.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the desired effect.
Zaraz przerwę
Now, my
muszę
scouts should
zrobić.
be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Moją przerwę do sklepu muszę skoczyć.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
System. Nie wiem po co ten Rysiek tyle save'ów zrobił. Oto pół godziny przerwy i wracamy.